What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So I just created my journal because this year I want to take my trading to a serious level, to a whole other level, right? So I'm just preparing myself, my mindset and everything, so that I will be able to cope up with what I'm doing, with how I'm trading, right? So if you want to create a journal on Notion, then you have to stick around and watch till the end, so that you'll be able to create a journal that just looks just like this, right? So, or even better, because maybe you are more creative than me. As for me, I'm not that creative, right? So how can you do this? So right over here, I'm using Notion, right? Tried using Trello, but Trello is a little bit hard. It's not as complex as Notion. I saw that on Notion you can actually record your trades quite easily. You don't have to take that much time, right? So it's very easy to do this on Notion, right? So over here, what I'm gonna do, let me just show you the journal that I have, so that you'll be able to see if you want to create something that just like this. Even if you're not a trader, if you just want to record maybe something like that, right, then you have to stick around and watch till the end and watch how you can create this on your own, right? So over here, as you can see over here on the top, that's the column, so like column heading, right? We have on the top right over here for the account that we're entering, the pair that we are entered, the date, the outcome of the trade, profit and loss percentage, so like the points of interest. And by the way, these are all just examples. I didn't enter these exactly on my, I didn't enter so like these aren't, I haven't started even recording yet. This was just me trying to show you, in fact not show you, I was trying to see for myself how this would look. So I haven't even started recording my own trades yet. I just wanted to show you guys before even I started, because I just want to show you something that I've learned, right? So you can view this on this, I can view this in this format, right? Or I can click this over here, right? And as you can see, I can choose to see this in the calendar form. Right, on the calendar form, as you can see over here, this is where there's a dot. Those are the days that you have recorded that you entered a trade, right? So you can click this, right? And as you can see that I was in C5. It was a win of $50, 20% growth to the account and all that, right? So you can also click on here, right, and you'll be able to see everything. Also edit, right, and record, maybe take notes on how the trade went, or maybe you want to record, I got carried away and eventually made a loss because I held the trade too long. I didn't see whatever it is that you want to record, right? So you can view it in that format, right? You can also choose different formats that you want to see how many the losses versus the wins, right? The outcomes, right? And then there's many things that you can do, right? Maybe you want to see the gallery of the trades that you took, right? So I'm just going to be showing you how you can do this on your own, how you can create this on your own, right? So if it's something that you want to learn, then stick around and I'll show you exactly how you can do. And having a trading journal, if you're a trader, is very, very useful for you guys, because you'll be able to keep track of your trades, right? And I got bored of recording my trades on book, because it's very difficult to keep up. Maybe if you want to check, it's very difficult to keep up. You can't even insert a picture or anything, so it's hard to reflect on what you did wrong. So Notion, I see that is the way to go, and I'm going to be using Notion from today onwards, right? So how can you do this? First of all, you just have to create an account on Notion, right? It's just a free account, guys. It's not being sold. I'm not even selling you anything. It's for free, right? So even me, I'm using a free account right now. So what you have to do over here, right, is over here you just click this plus sign over here, right? Want to add a new page, so that you'll be able to insert those columns and everything else. So after clicking that plus, what you can see over here is how we're going to be doing this, right? So over here on the top, you can choose, maybe you want to add an icon. Maybe you can choose anything of your choice. Maybe you can choose any emoji, even a picture or anything, right? So you can choose anything. I'm actually finding, what can I put over here? I don't even see anything I can put. Maybe this, right? So what do you want to do when you want to insert the table, right? So just click on on the typing space, right, so that your keyboard comes out, right. So this keyboard is what you want to see, right. And when the keyboard comes out, what you have to do is click this plus sign over here, right. We click that plus, right, and then over here we're going to scroll down and select the table, right. We want to select the table, right. After clicking the table, over here we're going to click these three dots, right, and we're going to say turn into database. Why do you want it to be a database? Because we are recording, so like it's record keeping, right. So we want it to be a database, right, so that it's easier for us to record, right. So over here what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to what, so the first column over here, right, let me just go back a little bit, right. So over here what we're gonna do is I'm just going to be doing this in my own way, right. You can choose any structure that you want, you can select any structure that you want, right. So over here, as for me, first column I want it to have, so like the accounts, right, the account that I entered, because I have multiple accounts and different accounts, right. So you can just click the account, right, and then you can say edit property, right. So here on property you can select what, over here on account, of course I'm going to be entering on one account, right. So you can scroll down over here. So I'm not going to be choosing text over here, I'm going to be using the select option because I can only enter in one account. The difference between select and multi-select is multi-select you can have a number of items in that field that you entered. Maybe you can say I entered this account, this account, this account on the same trade, but if you're going to be entering just one trade in one account, you can just choose this one, this select option over here, because it's going to allow you a maximum of choosing just one option, right. So I'm just going to click select, and then over here say add options, right. So add options, I'm just going to be using a different bunch of numbers. I can use 1, 4, 5, 6, right. It's just for illustration, right. So maybe this might be your CR, maybe what, your account number or anything like that, right. Or you can use, maybe you're using deriv1, deriv whatever it is that you want to call your accounts, right. Maybe I can have this again, right. Maybe I have 4 accounts, right, and then what, I click that, right. So these are the options that I'm going to be have, right, and then I click what, done, right. So over here I've got the account, right. And then on this next on this next column over here, click edit property again, or you can just, let's click edit property over here. Oh, this one is locked. I think this one was the one that's supposed to be on the first over here. Let me long press it. So if you want to move these columns over here, you can just long press, and then until your phone vibrates, right. So I'm using this on, I'm showing you on the phone because on the laptop it's relatively easy. If you are able to use this on your phone, it's relatively easy to do on your laptop or PC, right. And then you click what, so we're gonna want to add another column over here. So on the column, you click the column, and then over here first select the property that you want over here, right. So as for me, I'm just going to be using the next column that I want is maybe I'm going to select text over here, because I want to import what, I want to import the pair that I'm be entering, right. So over here on this over here, that's where you edit the column title, right. So over here I'm just going to be using the pair. I'm just going to be typing in the pair. Since it's text, there's nothing that we can add, there are no options. And then we click we click done, right. And then we click this plus sign again, right. Over here we're going to be selecting the date. Why? Because I want to record the date that I'm entering the trade. I will just leave the column title as date, and there are not many options again that we can change over here, right. And over here we click the plus sign again, and then maybe let's record the profit and loss, right. Let me just say P and L. Oh, sorry, first of all we have to select the property. Is it going to be select, multi-select, or anything, right. So over here we're going to be selecting number. Why? Because I want to record the exact profit that I made or the exact loss that I made, right. So over here we select number. This is on the type, and then on the number format over here, so you can record your profit and loss as right over here you've got many options. You can use it as USD, right, or you can use what, you can use it as a percentage, right, or number with commas. But as for me, I'm going to be using USD over here, right. Others can prefer percentage, or you can actually use both. So you just create one column over here where it says profit and loss, and the other column says profit and loss percentage, right. So over here I'm just going to be selecting the what, the US dollar, right, and we're gonna click what, done. So what this allows us to do is whenever we type in an amount over here, right, or a number, it quickly converts it to what, to USD. Same as if it was what, a percentage, right, it would automatically create a percentage of that, right. Over here we're also going to record maybe what, the outcome of the trade, sorry, I keep on forgetting. Right over here we're gonna select single select again, right. So you're just going to click on select, and over here we say outcome of the trade, right. So over here now we're gonna add options over here. So we're gonna add options. Outcome is either we win, right, it's either you win in the market, you lose, or maybe at most is a break even. It's a break even, right. So you can actually edit these colors over here. So as for me, for a win, I like to use green. Then I click what, done. Loss, it's red. I think it's already red over here. Click done. And then for break even, when the loss is red, click done. Break even, I like it gray, so it's correct the way it is. And then you click what, you click done. Then we add another column over here, right. Or maybe now we say what, the bias, right. So like what, entry criteria, let's say the entry criteria. Oh, sorry, why do I keep forgetting this? Okay, over here we're gonna choose multi-select this time. So this is where you use multi-select, because you can have multiple confirmations for us entering the trade, right. So on multi-select, right, and then we click add options, right. So you can enter a trade maybe because you're just writing the confirmations that you look for. So this is specific for you, right. So maybe you entered because of a flag, support and resistance, click done, click enter, right. Maybe because it was what, there was a moving average, an EMA, right, click done. Or maybe because there was a zone flip. So there are many options that you can choose. That's why you use multi-select, right. So maybe it was what, an order block, right. So there are many options. I'm just going to be using this few for the sake of this what, example, right. So I forgot to change this to what, to entry criteria, right. And then you click what, done over here, right. Or we just move out of that page, right. And then maybe you select what, the bias. I forgot again. Okay, so the bias, it said that we enter what, so we click on select, right. So bias over here, right, it's just adding a few options maybe, right, because it's either you enter a buy or you enter a sell. So buy, we're gonna say buy, or what, or bullish, and then maybe a sell, or bearish, whatever it is that you want to call it, right. So I'm just going to use this vice versa. I'm going to use red for the bearish, and then green for the what, for the buying, right. And then click what, we click done, right. And then what else can we add? We can add anything, guys. So let me just check over here, right. So maybe you can want to use you can choose URL, right. A URL over here, what we're gonna do is maybe you want to use what, we are using trading view, right. So you can use chart, right. So you can just type in chat link over here, then you click what, you click done, right. So you can just paste your link over here of the chart that you're trading, right, and then you'll be able to to view that chart, right? So that's almost it. So over here, what we're gonna do is over here, I'm just going to delete this column over here, the column that says pay over here, or you repurpose it. Maybe let's say over here, the first column over here, that's what I'm going to be using as what title. We're going to use the pay over here, pairs. Let me just say pairs, right? And then we click what, done. And for this one, maybe we'll say what, let's just say time frame of entry, right? Because we had already selected text, right? So yeah, I think this one is easier, right? So over here, what we're gonna do is over here we can maybe say we entered crash 500, click anywhere on the screen, right? So this is the second column, right? I entered it on this account maybe, right? The time frame of entry, maybe I entered on the M15, click anywhere else on the screen. The date, maybe I entered this trade on the 9th, click done, right? Let me rename this. So this one is what, profit and loss, right? Just P&L. I'm just using P&L over here, right? Profit and loss, maybe I made what, $50, or let's say I made a loss over here, so you click this negative or $50, right? And then you click anywhere on the screen. Outcome, since this was a loss, we click loss, right? Entry criteria, maybe I entered because I saw a zone flip and what, and then EMA, the confluence of those, right? And then the buyers, maybe I was entering it was a bullish trade, right? And then you can link the chart over here, right? So over here again, you can click over here where it says open over here. So where it says open, right, you can see these are the exact what details. You can also edit them on here, right, on this page over here, and you can add any comments, or because you can say I made a loss because of blah 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 blah, whatever it is that you want to add, right? You can also add a chart over here. You can using that click sign over there, right? Then you click what, the picture that you want to select or anything of that, right? So you can be able to track that trade, right? And then you what, that's how you just record this, right? So maybe I entered what, Euro USD over here, right? Click anywhere on the screen. The account that I entered, maybe I entered using this account. Time frame, let's say just say H1, right? And then over here, the date that I entered today. Click done, right? The profit and loss, maybe I made a profit of $34, right? So it automatically converts this to USD. Outcome, this was a win. You made wins, guys. Entry criteria, maybe I saw an order block or in the flag. Click done, right? It was a bearish, I entered the sell, right? And then I can add a link of this, right? So this is how you add your information, right? And if you want to make a new entry, just click on what, on new page over here, right? And then you can be able to add that information, right? And then over here we've got different views, right? So you can click this over here, right? Sorry, I didn't show you where you click. So you can click where it says table and this arrow over here, and then you click this, right? Add a new view. Maybe you want to see the calendar view. So you go to where it says calendar over here, right? So on the calendar view where there's the doors, those are the days that you entered the trades, right? And over here on the calendar view, first of all, click these three dots over here. You want to see the information that you can see on the calendar view, right? So you go where it says properties, right? As you can see right now, it's just saying one shown, right? So over here it's just showing us the pairs, right? Maybe you also want to see the outcome, right? So where you want to see, you just click this eye over here, right? You want to see the outcome, right? And maybe you want to see the entry criteria, right, and maybe the profit and loss, right? So you can just have a few selects. You don't have to see everything over here, right? And then you click done, right? So let's say I want to see for the trades that I entered on the 9th. As you can see, on the 9th I entered crash 500. It was a loss. I entered because of a zone flip and an EMA, and what I made a loss of what, $50, right? You can also click on this so that you'll be able to add up to see the information and all that, right? And then over here you can also choose to view it in the what, maybe you want to make some assessments. You can click the chart and you add those filters. So it's very simple. You can try this out on your own and you see how it works for you. But as for me, this year I'm going to be journaling all my trades, all the trades that I take. So if you're interested, come join me and let's create our trading journals using Notion. It's very simple. Come try it out. If you like this video, if it was helpful to you, I really like it if you consider subscribing, liking. It goes a very long way. What am I even saying? I think I'm drunk. Okay, so that's it for this video. And remember, between you and your dreams is you, right? You are the bridge between you and your dreams. From where you currently are to where you want to be, you are the bridge between that gap. So that's it, guys. Thank you for everything.